about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Tanya Franks and I'm an actress. Having been in the profession for 25 years, gone through theatre, into television, radio, film, so across the gamut, yeah.
Wonderful. And how did you get into acting?
It was always my passion as a child. It's always was my ambition to really be a working actor. I never had the dream of just being famous. I always wanted to be, very specifically, a successful working actor. And over the years, I've geared all my opportunities towards doing that. So when I first started out, I left from school. I went straight to drama school, and when I first started out in the profession, I started producing my own shows. So that way, I was marketing myself as an actor straight away.
Okay, so you didn't go to university?
I didn't go to university. I did do. They were O-levels at the time, which of course I don't think we have O-levels now. But I had my left school at 15. So.
Okay. And was it difficult to get into having left school at 15?
Well, when I was 15, I auditioned for drama school at that age, and fortunately, I was accepted, although most drama schools don't take you until you were 18, so I was quite lucky to find one. But I felt it was the right thing for me to do. Some people choose to go in later on because some drama schools feel that it's good to have some life experience first. For me, I was impatient, so I just wanted to get on with it.
Wonderful. And what's the big difference between theatre and acting on screen?
They're very different disciplines. When you're working in theatre, for a start, technically, vocally, it's different. You're reaching maybe 1,000-seater theatre. Your voice has to reach the very back row of the theatre for a start. So your diction comes into play. Your breathing comes into play. When you're doing television or you're working with a camera or film, then I can work on a much more intimate level with you. I don't have to worry so much vocally, and hopefully it picks up what's going on inside in a much more intimate way.
And how can someone become a producer?
A producer or an actor?
A producer, because you produce
Yeah, I
films
did.
as well.
Yeah. To become a producer, if you have an idea for a story, first of all, it always comes from an idea. So if it's an idea that you feel passionate about, it's a story that you want to tell, then you have to literally work out what your structure is to put it on. If you're putting it on for theatre, for example, then you may want to, if you're just starting out, you may want to look at fringe theatre, or you may want to look at, you can even look at site-specific spaces. So it could be, I know somebody that put a show on in an empty swimming pool that wasn't used anymore, and so therefore he could create the space. He went to the council said yes, it's okay, he didn't have to pay for the space. Of course, you've got your marketing. There's no point in producing anything unless you're prepared to market. So there's a big process around it. But first of all, it comes from the idea. Then you have to write the script. If you don't want to write the script, you have to find, perhaps you can team up with somebody that does want to write a script. And therefore it might work for both of you. When I produce either film or theatre, I tend to do it in a team because I think, for me, the input works. Yeah.
And in terms of becoming an actor or an actress, how do they do that?
The process is generally nowadays you can do it through university. You can take degrees and then you can go to drama school. Drama schools tend to like to take you from 18 onwards, sometimes 20 onwards. You don't have to train at a drama school at all. It can be that you can join a local theatre group, and there's a number of quite prestigious ones out there for young people that you practice your craft effectively. I joined an amateur theatre, my local amateur theatre, when I was 13, and that gave me a confidence. It allowed me to explore what my talent was. Without it being in a professional situation where whether you're getting an income or not at the end of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, try and join if you're a young age, maybe teenager. Join a local group if you can. The point that everyone must understand about going into the acting profession is 90% of the profession are unemployed at any one time. It's high. It's not. That's realistic terms. So it very much, you have to really want to do it. If there is anything else you love or anything else you want to do, go and do that. Because really you have to know it's your vocation. If you're not getting a job, it's a numbers game. Keep going, find those casting reports. If you haven't got an agent yet, then you're going to have to probably go out and look for, if you buy the Stage newspaper, for example, you can get lots of breakdowns there of auditions that are going on, and that's a good way of getting started. Anybody can buy the Stage newspaper, and you'll see advertised jobs that you can go for. It's a good way of getting started. I would say, do what you love. Do what you love. Find out what it is about you that is your expression. It might be through writing, it might be through acting, it might be through painting, it might be through communication, it might just be talking. It might be skateboarding skills, it might be, it can be anything. Understand what your passion is and then really follow your heart. Follow your heart. If you just want to go and get a job, you just want to earn money, then get a job, but still be aware of what your passion is, because that will bring in some money for you. You might want to do a Saturday job or maybe get a temp job. In my case, when I was a young actor, I couldn't necessarily afford to live off the wages that I was earning as a young actor. So I had to have temp work in between. So I used to do telemarketing work. I used to do some crazy jobs, murder mystery shows, things like this, all these kind of things that would give me a little bit of money so that I could carry on trying to fulfill my dream. Find out what your dream is. That's what I say. Find out what your dream is. If it's just keep experimenting. Keep experimenting, but don't be lazy. There is no time in life to be lazy, because tomorrow it can all end. So enjoy today and make the best of today.
Thank you.